Okay, let's talk craghoppers. Okay, now I've already reviewed one pair of Craghopper's trousers, and unfortunately I made a complete botch job of the pronunciation. I called them Craghopers for some reason, and I think the reason why is because I've wound up nicknaming them that and became so used to that nickname that I've just wound up calling it that by default no matter what the actual labels may say. In my head they're Craghopers when they're actually Craghopers. Honest, look it up, there's no I in Craghopers. Craghopers. But this time I'm looking at one of their shirts. I've actually got two of these, so I might do a review of the other one at some point. You'll notice that I'm starting to move upwards a bit. That's because I'm crouching down at this point. I'm trying something new as far as the positioning of this particular video is concerned. It is a waterproof shirt. Well, not quite waterproof. It is a fast dry shirt, so it's not going to stay dry in the wet, but it will dry out quite quickly, and it does that as well as the trousers do. And this has a sort of explorer's type feel to it, this shirt. It looks a bit like something Indiana Jones might wear, along with the hat, the whip, and possibly not the leather jacket, because let's face it, who goes into the jungle wearing leather jackets? But this has quite a few other surprises in it. It's got UV protection built into it, amongst other things. It's, again, strong and resilient. You can roll the sleeves up, because up here you've got this little button here, just below this little, somewhat bewildering, bewildering little pocket thing. You can sort of put something in there. I'm not quite sure what. Maybe some tube or something that you might want to reach out for, but it's kind of got this little section here that looks like it's supposed to have little things go in, but I can't for the life of me figure out what. It's a little bit bizarre, but anyhow, you've got this little button here, which means you can roll up the sleeves, and then you get one of these little beauties. And these aren't the first shirts I've had that I've had this kind of feature. Let's roll it up a bit more. But presumably if it was too hot and you were out and about and you wanted your arms to feel a bit better, then you could do that and make sure that nothing actually rolled it down on you. It would basically keep things quite fluid for your arms. Although that does feel a bit tight around my arms. If you've got really big bulky biceps and so on and so forth, that's either going to look really impressive or it's going to end up causing you a great deal of pain. So it might be an idea to make sure that the shirts don't just fit you across the chest and the shoulders, but also across your bicep, just in case you are that way inclined. Because it looks a bit ridiculous to have just one arm rolled up and the other one not, well, let's just get them both singing the same hymn sheet. And we're doing it on the right as well. Let's just move that around a bit so it's a bit more comfy. Notice that there's no pocket around here, but it doesn't need to be so, now does it? Let's just... yeah, all nicely adjusted. Now on the back there is one little feature that you might like. If I do that, yeah, you can just about see along the length of the shoulders here, there's this little gap, and that is basically an air vent pocket. And what that does, it allows excess heat that, of course, rises up your body to escape that way, which is actually quite handy on a very hot day. We also have various different pockets. Okay, we've got your standard button-down pockets on the top here, which you know how those work. And then you have this beauty here, this particular little mesh opening here, which is basically the same material that the rest of the shirt is built up of on the inside to allow things to breathe properly, but you've basically got a pocket here. Sadly you don't have one here, which would help with load distribution, I suppose, a little bit, but it doesn't really make that much difference. You got this little pocket here. It would kind of help if you had one there as well, I suppose, maybe, kind of, but you know. Personally, I like it. It looks good. It's got that sort of explorer feel. I've got another one a different colour, which is a grey colour as well. Identical features in all regard. Went for the same price. I couldn't recommend them enough. If they do get wet, then they're going to dry out quickly. If you're out and about in the sun, it's giving you UV protection there anyhow, so you're not going to get sunburnt through your clothes. Obviously it's not going to do anything for your face, because you'll need a cap and sun lotion and whatnot there anyhow. But definitely worth looking into if you like going out in the outdoors. See you next time.